only one slide besides this one. This is our last session. We want to say thank you for being here and leave you with a couple things to remember, which are that here's places you can go to join a community, to find more resources, to learn more after this conference. This is definitely not the end for, I think, anybody who's interested in planning a course. Number one, this bit.ly link right here is a link to join a Mastery Grading Slack workspace. So effectively a forum, a place to chat. This will let you join this workspace with many separate channels for different classes, for different areas of interest, for all sorts of different special topics. There is a link on our website, the resources link, that has all kinds of useful things on it. Specific ones that you might want to look at. Sample implementations with lots of details of how the whole class is run are in this Primus special issue on Mastery Grading. We have links to all of the different papers in that special issue. And if you don't have access to Primus, contact the authors and ask if they're willing to share with you. In particular, the Build a Syllabus workshop paper is posted on the resources link, and that is freely available for everybody at this conference. And there's a link to Rachel Weir's syllabus repository, mainly focused on math. I believe there's also a physics syllabus repository there, where you can find sample implementations through the syllabi. And then finally, Sharona, do you want to say a little bit about College Bridge here?
Sure. So we did see a question in the chat. We are still getting ready to launch our College Bridge classes. So as soon as the discount code is available, we'll send out an email to everyone who is registered to get you that code. Like I said, it does get you 10% off of the classes. We just don't have the code set up yet. Also wanted to mention that, we're going to need a day or two to go down. Kate's got to change her location, but we will try within the next couple of weeks to get all the links up, all the shared slides, all the videos, all the chats. But please give us a little bit to get it done, because I think it's going to take all of us a minute or two to recover from this. I want to thank very much David and Robert and Kate for inviting me to be a part of this. I was very honored 14 months ago to get that email, and this has just been really exciting, and the fulfillment of something I've been striving for a long time that I didn't think I was going to get to be a part of. So you guys are awesome.
Thank you, Sharona, especially.
No, you're awesome.
Yes. And Sharona is responsible for all of the tech successes that you have experienced during this conference. And she has brought in people like Bosley, who's also in this, to help make all of this possible for us. Without that, we simply would be staring at our computers and you couldn't see us. So.
Yeah, and I'd like to thank so many of you guys who gave me this idea, this mastery grading idea several years ago, and kind of ruined me for all of the work that you've made me do since then. Thank you.
You tried to go back to points once, Kate.
Yeah, it didn't end well.
I know, and yet here I am back again. Sorry.
All right.
Well, David, I just want to say, did you ever dream it would come to this? I mean, 2 years ago when I cornered you just passing by your office at Grand Valley and just said, we ought to have some little thing where people get together and talk about mastery grading. It feels like it's come to this point now. And now 2 years later, here we are with, we've had sustained attendance of 350 plus over both 2 days of the conference, and hasn't really sloughed off much at all. Kind of feels like a little revolution is beginning to me, doesn't it to you?
I found that once I started using mastery grading, just like Kate, I could not go back, right? It bumped me up into a new bracket. And I think that this is something we need to keep spreading. Pointless revolution. Thank you, Katie. Excellent hashtag. Pointless revolution.
And on the last page,
grading is pointless. Grading is pointless.
Grading is pointless. I can go behind that one.
I blame you guys, and I blame Uri Treisman for the reason that stats class with all of its scale went to mastery grading. I was already conflicted, feeling horrible that I was going to have to design a course with points, and Uri Treisman came to Poly Teach a few years ago, and Robert, you were there. That's the first time we met in person.
Right.
And Uri Treisman said the only kind of innovation that truly sticks is disruptive, and I went, all right, fine. 2,000 person stats class, mastery graded, here we come. And Robert and I were there, and that was the moment.
Yeah, and Sharona, the word term disruptive innovation gets thrown around a lot, but really what it means is to do disruptive innovation right, you have to have a small group of tightly knit people who are willing to experiment and stick their necks out with something that they really believe is going to be better than what's already out there, even though it may have to be worked with for a while. And I think that really describes every single person who has clicked into this conference. Although 300 people doesn't seem like a small group, it's a core, a community, and I hope that I'm sure that we're going to keep this community going. We got the Slack workspace set up. We're going to have to talk about how to pay for a larger Slack network, I think, once we get done with this. Okay, but this is absolutely. I think a year from now, the next year, you're going to see a very different kind of higher education. I think that that what we're doing right now is going to be a part of that.
So check out these resources on here. Whenever we next have MathFest or joint meetings, if you go to them, there's usually sessions related to mastery grading. Follow people on Twitter, corner us when you see us. We love talking about this kind of thing.
Yep.
All right, everybody.
Thanks everyone for coming.
Thank you, folks.
Right.
Thanks for coming.
We do have a couple of questions real quick. Contact information for attendees and panelists. We are going to work on at least creating table talk channels for all of the table talks. So look at those coming up. You can unsubscribe from the channels that you don't belong to, but we're definitely going to try to give that up. And there's a question about the cost. The College Bridge course is $400 unless you get a group together, and then we can probably do better. So 10% off is $40 off. It's a 4-week course with a certificate on teaching math online. And then Robert's also going to be giving some courses on flipped learning. I don't think we have the pricing on that yet as well, but he'll be doing some, and all of these courses, of course, are online. And they're all specifically focused on math. So if any of you non-math people want to do it, we can provide suggestions, but you're going to have to figure it out to some degree.
All right.
All right.
All right.
Bye, everybody. Thank you for this.
Okay.
Stay safe and see ya.
Right. Bye-bye, everybody.